So I just got back home from being at the Ohio Showcase sale. I went up yesterday for the Suffolk show and watched it and took a look at all the lambs and ewes that they had offered. Really wasn't in the market for a ram this year there. I ended up actually purchasing a ram, a fall-born ram lamb off an online sale at the end of April, and the breeder was going to be at the Showcase sale, so they ended up bringing it there for me to meet him there and pick it up from him. So I have him on the trailer and 2 ewes that I ended up purchasing today. So I'm going to go ahead and unload those up here in the lean-to area with these 3 market lambs that we picked up last Sunday and kind of treat this as a quarantine area. So I need to get them off the trailer now and into their respective areas.
Mom, this is the ear.
So I got everybody settled in. The ram's in an 8x5 pen by himself over there. I'm not really too worried because these are all January born and early February born ewes in this pen. So I just went ahead and mixed these 2 that we picked up today in here along with him. He's there. Like I said, this is like the quarantine area for him. We have our electrolyte mixed up, so they got their Gatorade to drink. Gave them some hay. Everybody has hay, some feed. Everybody seems to be doing okay, adjusting all right. I'm going to leave them alone for the night. It's been a long day for them, long week for these sheep. For some reason, I think on Monday morning, he left and got up there. And then these guys, like I said, came from pretty far ways away. Also, got one there from South Dakota and one from Wisconsin. So just going to give them the evening to relax, calm down, kind of get new to their new surroundings and just this busy week for them. And we'll be back in the morning to check them out, and I'll go in a little bit more detail about them. So the question is, why did I pick up another ram? Well, the ram is out of a really well-known flock across the U.S., the Macaulay flock. That ram, his father, was their 2023 fall show buck. He did well for him down in Louisville at the North American Livestock Expo in 2023. And so we just wanted to get some of those genetics, some of that more showy Suffolk genetics to add into some of our ewes. And he's completely different, just kind of in build than these 2 ewe lambs. These 2 ewe lambs that we picked up, those are more the frame type Suffolks. There's going to be some big girls. That's what we were wanting. We were wanting to add some size, get some bigger ewes here, some bigger bodied, taller ewes, just so that way we're able to produce a couple different styles of Suffolks here. And it's going to take time to build up to that, but by picking these ewes up, it just gives us the opportunity to add some of those genetics in and basically be able to, like I said, I picked one up out of South Dakota and one out of Wisconsin. If I was driving around the farms, trying to look, I don't have that kind of time to drive around and go to that many places. And that's what's really nice about this sale, being only an hour and a half away from the house, is you can get up there, walk through, look at a bunch of different sheep, a bunch of different genetic lines, kind of see what you like, what you don't like about them, what would fit with your program or not, and that's what we do. Last year, we picked up 3. This year we purchased 2 because the ram I had purchased off an online sale there at the end of April. And that was also nice, is that they were coming to the sale. They're part of the group of the sale, and they bring some sheep to it. And so they were able to just put that ram on the trailer and bring it here for me. So that saved me a trip to Eastern Pennsylvania or having to hire a hauler to bring it here. And that kind of helped me influence into picking up an additional ram, is because it really worked out perfect for us to get him here. I really like the look of that ram. Excited to see him develop and grow. Another thing we picked that one up for is I wanted a fall ram. That way in 2025, I'll be able to add him in with some ewes there in August. And he'll be, almost a year old. He'll be a little bit more mature than the rams that are born in January and February, a little bit more developed. And I'm hoping I'll be able to get him to breed some ewes. That was one thing I really need to work on this coming year is I need to get more ewe lambs bred. With him being a little bit older, born in October, going into August, he should be just a little bit more mature than, like I said, and hopefully that works out for us. But that's one really nice thing, though, about that Ohio Showcase sale. It's only an hour and a half away from here. It's nice to get up there, walk through, just look around, get some sheep there, help support that sale, just because it's nice knowing that there's a sale only an hour and a half away from the house. And, those are the things that with online bidding and auctions and everything like that, some of that stuff kind of gets, pushed off secondary, but it's still nice to get up there in person, walk around, look at stuff. We have fun doing it. Spend 2 full days up there. So, we'll just have to see how these lambs grow and develop, and we'll see how it goes for us going into the summer with them. We're just going to leave them up here in a quarantine area for a couple weeks until I get some room over at the house, and then I'll be able to get them moved over there and added in. And I want to split off our ram lambs and ewe lambs and separate everybody out, get everybody moved into the individual spaces over the next couple weeks. So I'm going to start working on that. Well, I'll wrap this one up. Thanks for watching.